Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is October 11, 2010. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the global markets. We're going to cover SP 500, Dow, NASDAQ, Sensex, FTSE, and so forth in the Hong Kong market. Okay? Normal procedures. We've got a lot to cover, so we'll go through this fast. This is for educational purpose only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or freestockcharts.com. Okay? Here are my contact details. You can follow us on Ichimoku Trading on Twitter. So let's go start looking at the ES. If you look at last week, you can see the levels that we've sit there draw. We actually went higher, and we're kind of just sitting there lingering around. A lot of people were thinking maybe this could sit there a week before. This could be a head and shoulder pattern, but we did sit there and go higher. And the question is, where are we going to go? No one knows, and we got to wait and see what happens. Next levels are probably going to be minor. These are minor levels of 1174, but we got to wait and see what happens. Let's go look at daily time frame. Daily time frame, you can see that we're starting to escape far away from the Tinkinson, which is not good at all. So we need to equalize, and then we gotta wait and see what happens. Chicago is still very, very strong, so this thing still has a potential of going higher. Okay, let's go look at the NASDAQ. Okay, if you look at the NASDAQ, you could see here. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. NASDAQ. Let's go look at the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we're getting very, very close to the resistance level up here, which is outlined at 2049, but we've yet to get there. Look at price. The price is still far away from Tinkinson, which is a concern. However, a little push movement up can sit there and have this Tinkinson pointing up. This is probably the closest one that's getting to this resistance level there. And if you look at the Chicago, if it gets there and then goes higher, it now has a potential to go into open space, which could give momentum to the upside. So NASDAQ looks very, very good to go into the top side. Okay, let's go look at the Dow. Dow still has a while before it gets to this resistance level, but a lot better than the S&P. Okay, and if you look, just like the NASDAQ has the potential of going higher if it gets above there. So I definitely would go with a scenario of going long either NASDAQ or Dow stocks and going short on the SP 500 stocks. Okay, nice way to sit there and kind of hedge yourself with S&P going short. Reason why the correlation seems to be there right now. Okay, let's see in here. Let's go look at some global markets now. Let's go to freestockcharts.com, which is also available from EII. If you go to the chart menu, what we've done is this is the FTSE. If you look at the excuse me, the weekly level, you could see that basically it's just like the NASDAQ and the the Dow futures. It's getting very close to its high here. So it's getting very close to its resistance level. So the question is, what's going to happen? Big concern on what it's going to do is once it gets to resistance, there's a high possibility it's going to break down. Reason why, look at the Tinkinson and Cajunson, they're in the cloud. Okay, so anytime this thing could fail, my guess is it's going to probably be like a couple of weeks or so. If you look here, this is a nice little level right there, right here at 57.33, where it has a potential going all the way up to and then bouncing off that guy. Okay. Tinkinson's coming up fast, so they could sit there and turn very, very soon. We've got to wait and see what happens. That's the FTSE. Let's go to Sensex. If you look at the Indian market, it broke for its highest levels. Let's go weekly. This weekly looks better. Okay, this is the weekly. It got to extreme highs and its highest levels, and now it's formed. It pulled back some. The still thing is very, very strong. Notice Tinkinson's still far away from price. Okay, that's got to sit there and decrease. So we got to wait and see what happens. But definitely a pullback is going to be on the way on this guy to equalize the Tinkinson and price on a weekly basis. If you can look at daily, yes, Friday was the first time we actually closed below the Tinkinson. Today, we kind of this morning is right at it. But that's, we're kind of going sideways a little. You kind of expect that with a huge move up. People are sooner or later going to sit there and take some profits, okay? So the key thing is what are they going to do after they take the profits, okay? Hong Kong, so here's the Hong Kong. Look at the Hong Kong. this is actually going very, very strong compared to the Indian market. Look at this. Tinkinson, cadence, and everything pointing up. It looks very strong on a daily. And let's go look at the weekly. Look at the weekly. The Hong Kong market is just now starting to break through its resistance level, unlike the Indian market. Okay? The key thing is what's it going to do at this level now? Now, it broke for that level today. That doesn't mean you jump in and go in, okay? You got to wait to see if it's really going to sit there and break for that level, because it could do a head fake, break through it, and then come down. However, I really don't think so. I think this thing's going to take off. Reason why is if you look at the checkout, it's now starting to be an open space, and this now has a potential of going very, very strong up. So if you're in the Indian market, I probably would get out and probably come into the Hong Kong market because it looks very, very strong right now and going forward. Okay. That's it for this week for the global markets. If you have any questions, please post it and let us know.